unless you live under a rock, you most likely know that we just had the first presidential debate for 2024 between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So even if I'm not very political and I usually don't take sides, something that I know for sure is that the US, its economy, its laws, it affects the whole world. Financially, culturally, there's a lot of power being the president of the United States, and that also affects cryptocurrency. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at two possible outcomes that can happen according to who wins the elections this year. So stay tuned. Welcome back to another video. And yes, the first debate already happened and none of the parties talked about crypto, which was a shock knowing what we know about their stance on cryptocurrencies. So let's take a look at the current environment that we find ourselves in, on what we have, and then we're going to be looking more towards the future and the ramifications that it could have depending on who wins, if they're Democrats or Republicans. Currently, under Biden, cryptocurrency has faced a lot of backlash. There's a lot of regulatory challenges because of the Biden administration. Biden being very skeptic about cryptocurrencies and digital assets as a whole. He even proposed, I think it was 30% taxes on crypto mining, which made him look bad to the eyes of miners in general. He used environmental impact of mining. He used a whole lot of terms and data, which if you look into it, you know that what the current fiat situation does, printing bills, all these sorts of things, the energy consumption that this has, or the stock market, the market in general has, is way higher and couldn't even be compared to what cryptocurrency miners do and how much they affect the environment as a whole. So there was a lot of attack back then, I think it was 2021, 2022, when everyone started saying miners bad, the environment suffers because of Bitcoin miners. But again, it's just bogus at the end of the day when you learn the impact that other things are doing to the environment compared to cryptocurrency mining. On the economic report from 2023, the Biden administration downplayed the appeal of crypto assets and it was labeled as speculative investment vehicles. They also said stablecoin is bad, and okay, we kind of get that because of the period, the whole FTX fiasco, the whole Luna fiasco. So we kind of understand that after everything that cryptocurrency has been through throughout these last 4 years. And this created a partisan between Democrats and Republicans. Currently, Democrats tend to favor strict oversight, meanwhile Republicans are more laissez-faire, you're free to do whatever you want. So you can see how this could split the outcome for cryptocurrency in 2024 because of this election. Now, let's take a look at these scenarios. I split them right here in two different scenarios, Republican versus Democrat. But now, if you zoom in a little bit more, you can see that these two main scenarios are a unified Republican government under Trump, most likely, and a divided government with Democratic president, maybe Biden, and a Republican Senate, because it's mostly Republican right now. So scenario number one, Republican government. It is unified, so we shouldn't see any problems for the cryptocurrency industry. Historically, Republicans have been more supportive of market innovation. So if it innovates, if it brings money in, we're in. This is usually how Republicans historically did things. So it looks like if this is the case, it could mean a more crypto-friendly space for regulations to be good regulations. So regulations in favor of crypto, of blockchain technology, and the whole shebang, DeFi, on and off ramps, fiat conversion, everything that regards crypto. This will also bring clarity to what a Republican government thinks of crypto, because back when Trump was president, he was clashing at some point with cryptocurrency. But you can see that now, if you look back at Trump's past years, both him and his wife, they messed with NFTs. That may not be a good thing, but they did. So Trump did test, and he is a little bit more familiar with cryptocurrency now than he was president last time. So this could mean a more supportive stance when he gets a second term, if he gets a second term. Again, we're saying Trump here, but what matters most is the agency heads that he chooses. So he needs to choose people that are like-minded to crypto as he is. So if he is favorable for crypto and he chooses people that are also in the same boat as him, then crypto will have a smooth 4 years ahead. Good scenario for legislations, good scenario for innovations, and good scenario for adoption. So let's look at scenario number 2. scenario where the government is split. We have a Democrat president, but a GOP-controlled Senate. If this happens, we shouldn't see any changes, or the way that the government acts towards cryptocurrency should stay the same. So not very lenient, trying to block and try to stop cryptocurrencies to spread in the United States. One thing that could change though is something that I think a lot of people are waiting for, is the departure of Gary Gensler, the current SEC chairman. But even with him leaving, which would be a blessing for us in the crypto space, that should not equate to a change in the visual itself from the SEC and from the Democrat government. The divided government also means that it is way less feasible to see agreement between both sides on passing good legislations for cryptocurrency, for blockchain, for miners, or anything of that sort, because there is a split in power and there is a split in support, because the White House most likely won't approve or won't support whatever is going on in the Senate. So there's a lot of uncertainty on what can move forward, become better during this scenario number 2. Now, we have 5 big candidates. We have Joe Biden, we have Trump, we have DeSantis, the governor from Florida, we have Vivek Ramaswamy, and we have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So these are the 5 people. We have 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats. So let's start with Joe Biden. So Joe Biden, Democrat. For key points, we have that he proposed a 30% tax on cryptocurrency mining. Not really keen on that. Then he has a skeptical view on digital assets. So not only cryptocurrencies, but digital assets as a whole. And he downplays crypto. He did it on the 2023 report. So we know that him and the administration doesn't really like cryptocurrency as much. Then we have Donald Trump, of course, Republican. He was initially skeptical about cryptocurrencies back when he was president. He clashed with the cryptocurrency industry for a while, but then a few years ago he messed with NFTs. His wife also launched NFTs or something like that. So he recently started supporting like the crypto market as a whole, and he even met with miners, these big miner representatives. So overall, he seems to be pro-crypto. Then we have DeSantis, Ron DeSantis. He is Republican, and he is a strong critic of CBDCs, which are central bank digital currencies, meaning a cryptocurrency printed by the central bank. DeSantis actually signed a bill prohibiting federal CBDCs in Florida. You know, each state can pass their own laws unless they go against Constitution. So DeSantis did something up, and even though I'm not very keen on him, I also don't like CBDCs, so that is a good thing that he did. And last but not least, he advocates for financial autonomy and state-level innovation. So he wants each state to be autonomous compared to other states and to have a state-level innovation, so in-house innovation, which not something I'd say it is bad. Then we have Vivek Ramaswamy. He proposed Bitcoin, not a security. So that's his main header for crypto. He also started accepting Bitcoin for his campaign. So you can start donating even $1 in crypto, in Bitcoin. So he seems to be very pro-crypto. He portrays himself as very crypto friendly. He wants crypto bros to be on board on what he has to offer, and he pushes for a favorable regulatory framework. So he wants to have favorable regulations for crypto and the whole sphere. And then last but not least, we have Robert Kennedy Jr. He is a Democrat, and he's a strong advocate for Bitcoin and crypto technologies. He describes Bitcoin as a symbol of democracy and freedom. He says he purchased Bitcoin for his children, so he's stocking up on the orange coin for him and the kids. So you can see not only Republicans, but also Democrats, they seem to have an okay view of cryptocurrencies. Of course, Republicans being more open towards adoption of cryptocurrencies on the day-to-day life. And you can see lobbyists are taking sides as well. Even crypto lobbyists, there are major backings from cryptocurrency happening from both sides. So you can see how crypto means a lot in this election, and it will affect the market depending on which side wins and which side loses. But even though after all of this that we said, after mentioning that crypto is very important, neither Joe Biden nor Donald Trump mentioned crypto in their first meeting, in the first debate. And I don't think they will talk about crypto until the very end, because their moms and pops, or grandparents, they don't care about this stuff, and their vote is most of their votes. So unless it's very necessary for them to have a very strong point regarding cryptocurrencies, I don't think they will be talking much about our little corner here. What do you think? Which side are you on? I don't want to make this political in the comments, but what do you think? What do you think will happen? Who do you think would make the best case scenario for us in the crypto space, even if you don't agree with the person as a whole? Leave it down in the comments. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. Personally, not American, so I don't have a vote on this, but I do have opinions. So even if you're not American, but you want to share your thoughts there, leave a comment. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Peace.